December 22nd, 2025 at 3:30 PM. Roll call, Mary?
Commissioner Hale,
Here.
Commissioner Henderson,
Here.
Commissioner Makowski,
Here.
Commissioner Marwick.
Here. Okay, we move to number 2. I need a motion to approve meeting agenda. Is there a motion?
Yeah, I'll make that motion.
Is there support?
No support.
Okay, discussion? Being none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. We move to number 4, consent agenda, because nobody from the public forum. I need a motion to approve consent agenda A, resolution number 5374, which is approval of payroll, accounts payable, net payment adjustments, along with B, approval of regular commission meeting minutes from the November 24th, 2025 meeting, along with C, acknowledge review of commission service information, including open meeting law, Minnesota Government Data Practices Act, and the City of Virginia logo.
I'll move it.
Okay, is there support?
Yeah, I'll support.
Okay, discussion.
Just want to say that open meeting law thing came last year. It's really good for people that don't have a grounding in it. I think it's something that too bad some other cities don't do it, because the commissioners, and I've been on boards like you have, they
Right.
don't know, so it's a good thing.
Refresher, yes.
Okay. Any further discussion? Being none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. We move to 5, reports of committees. Safety Committee monthly summary injury report. We have nobody, which is great news. So we jump to B, Committee of the Whole. I need a motion to approve the 2026 budget.
Oh, I'll mention.
Okay, is there support?
I'll support that.
Okay, discussion. Greg?
Okay, just a quick recap. Again, the consensus was to approve the budget as discussed at the meeting. Quick recap, no rate increases, and approximately $5 million of LEA funds to support the projected loans going out for the last stage of conversions, and a $2.9 million steam loss to cash flow, essentially. Steam loss, the numbers are a little bit higher, but obviously as you work through the net income statement and cash flow, it ends up being about $2.9 million of LEA funds to cover that loss. So with that being said, again, the consensus was to approve, so I'll hand it to you from there.
Okay, any further discussion on this? I know we had a lengthy meeting the other day, so. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimous. So we jump down to B, number 2, approve 2025 write-offs as presented. I need a motion to approve.
I'll move that.
Is there support? Okay, discussion?
Should it be noted that as presented at the previous meeting?
Yes.
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
Greg
Just to
wants-
recap, again,
Oh,
I maybe should have recapped it before we
Made the
moved
motion.
it, but again, the write-off amount was $18,723.88,
Yep,
of which
okay.
$9,544.03 was a carryover from 2024, where the 25 actual write-off number was $9,199.85, which is typical to the about 10,000, give or take, write-offs that we bring to the table every year, since we've established this deposit policy. Again, based on 22 million dollars of revenue, that's an extremely low number. So with that being said, it was the consensus to approve as presented.
Okay, go ahead.
I just have, just for clarification, because in the minutes, it'll say we approve the write-up, we approve, as
Yes,
presented.
As presented.
Okay, but officially, we haven't been presented with anything today.
Not today, but
No.
at the committee of the whole.
So I believe the motion is as presented at the committee of the whole.
Okay,
previously. If whoever wants to amend their motion, because I just think if you leave it as presented, you know, down the line, somebody could look at it and say, hey, where was it presented? You know,
okay, Bob,
Yeah.
I know you made the motion. You want to amend it?
Garrison.
Garrison? You made
I'd
the mo-
agree with that.
Okay,
Okay,
we'll
all right.
amend it as presented at
That
the
makes
meeting.
sense.
yeah.
And now I need support on this amendment.
If I could add one more item. of
Okay, go
discussion.
ahead.
Just a reminder, that was because names are on the report, that was a confidential document in which we
Right,
presented to
right.
you. So we thought, well, why re-present it and have that document floating around again.
Right, I agree, but I just think, you know, if you leave it just as presented, the question is gonna come up when,
Well,
yeah, you know.
okay, so we have the motion,
From Mr. Henderson, and I seconded it.
yeah,
Okay.
okay. And it's amended, we have support on amendment,
Yes.
okay.
Oh.
Any further discussion?
Yeah, I think staff should also be commended for doing such a fine job with it as well. The numbers really come down.
I totally agree, Mary, Cassie, so,
They did a super job.
Mm.
okay, any further discussion? Being none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Okay. We jump to 6, old business. Fast charging station update, maybe give us an update before we make a motion, well, we don't need a motion. Just an update, Greg.
Yeah, and this actually came from Cassie. She reached out to Will from Zeph Energy because the deadline was to get this on board by the end of the year to get the grants.
Right.
And he did say that the charger's slated to ship to Hunt Electric earlier today or tomorrow, and this was last Thursday, December 18th. But he did say in that email that they'll probably get it done in January and it will not impact our grant eligibility. I have cleared installing our remaining projects through this grant in the first part of 2026 with the MPCA, so no worries there. So again, we were concerned with getting it done by the end of the year, but
Right.
the MPCA has said that, yeah, if you get it done early in 26, that it'll be fine.
That's good to hear.
So hopefully, that was last Thursday, so hopefully they'll be in Hunt's hands here any day,
Hopefully.
if not
Hopefully.
already.
But as long as we get the fast charging station and
It's interesting
Installed.
that the sawmill put one in, or Mountain Iron put one in the sawmill parking lot, and it's like every day there's a vehicle sitting there plugged in.
Mhm.
I'm amazed. There was a pickup truck today.
Okay, any other questions for Greg on this update? Well, let's move to manager staff report, operations update. Greg, I'm turning this over to you.
Okay, looking specifically at the plant, our steam output peaked at approximately 60,000 pounds per hour with the cold weather that we saw a little bit ago. Still alternating boilers, you know, because we're, now, once we get above, or if we start hanging there consistently, then we'll be running both of them together.
Yeah.
We did have an issue with the feed water to those boilers. We have a well in the plant that we reestablished when we put these boilers in, with the new water filtration, the RO system and the boilers. And we were just having issues with the pump running. We were about ready to pull the pump, which is pretty expensive to do, and kind of internally troubleshot it and kind of came to the conclusion that it was more of a VFD, a variable frequency drive issue. You know, the electrical apparatus that runs the motor essentially. And did some troubleshooting there. Changed out the transmitter, had an issue with the pressure relief valve, had the VFD and the pump people come up and knock on wood, but it's been running great now since last Friday.
Good.
So in the meantime, there was, you know, when we were having issues with it, because of the weather, it was about 20 below zero that weekend.
Mhm.
We were running our processed water into the plant just to make sure that we didn't drop the steam district. You know, there's still 140 people who rely on that heat. So it was a little bit edgy for a while, but we're back on the well and hope the problem's resolved.
Great.
We have, talking about the steam district, we have, last week we had to dig 3 leaks right in front of the county courthouse area there. 3 clamps that blew out that we had to replace. Those were fixed, and I'm sure all of you have noticed, we've got a major leak here on 6th Avenue adjacent to Rocket Liquor.
Yeah.
What we had to do on that, because more of it blew out,
Mhm.
and again, it's very, very costly to go in there and dig that for, 10 months of the future of that system or whatever, or maybe, but, so what we did is we shut the valve and changed the feed where it actually feeds back down that spur.
Right, yep.
We just wanted to leave that line open, to help with the loop per se right now. But if, it gets worse, we're thinking about maybe just shutting that line down and trying to run without that stretch
Yeah.
along the wall across Main Street.
Yeah.
We would disconnect it more or less at the abandoned lot there that used to be like a gas station, on the north side of Chestnut.
Just, yeah.
And cut it right off, but right now we're kind of backfeeding that leg. And, maybe once the extreme cold weathers that we're yet to see, are behind us, we may still do that, but it did dampen the amount of steam coming out the vent.
Oh, that's good.
Because it was so much, it was
Oh, it
totally
was.
steaming out the whole intersection there, but that
That's
leak-
probably the tallest bunch of barrels I've ever seen yet.
Well, yeah, and again, you wanna protect that building.
Yeah,
Sure.
well, yeah.
You have to put that in
Steam
the crane or
damage.
what?
Yeah, it's-
How many businesses is on that leg yet on steam? How many do we feed?
There's, I think about 140-ish, give or take, maybe one,
No, on that one leg, if,
it's just a loop.
oh,
That leg is just a loop.
it goes
You know
up.
what I mean, where we can isolate that loop,
Yeah,
but we don't wanna do it before it's 40 below in case we need that a little bit of additional flow.
right,
Once we're past the extreme cold weather, say March, April,
right.
we could probably just dig the one side, because there's no valve, on the north side.
Mhm.
But, it's valved on the south side where we could, bypass that line and just cut it right off.
Yeah,
We don't wanna do it in case that loop is significant to those extreme weather.
right,
type of-
to balance in the
Yes.
system,
Yes.
that's, yeah.
Yep.
Well, they got October next year.
And again, to replace or to do any work with that line is hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah. You don't wanna go into that.
No,
Anything else on the update, Greg, on
no, that's all I had on my list.
Cassie, you have anything?
I do not.
Okay. Commission, do you have any questions of the staff?
Well, I just gotta say, Greg's been real helpful to me. I'm asking him questions little by little, Today, today I questioned him on gas and how it's purchased and where it comes from and where it comes in from, and it was real helpful.
Great.
I mean, those are commodities that we work with, and if I'm gonna be on this commission, I should know what they each I'm talking about, right?
Yeah,
So, I
Okay.
appreciate that, thank you.
Well, and again, I just kind of give you the big picture. If you want to get into more detail, Cassie's definitely going to ask, but,
Oh, sure, and I've talked to Cassie before too.
and we appreciate it because it's nice to know that, you're learning and you're getting involved, so appreciate
Yeah.
it from your side as well.
you never stop learning here. There's always something new.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
Okay, any other questions for staff? Is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll move.
Is there support? Is there support?
Okay, I'll
Okay.
Twist
Okay.
my arm.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries unanimously, and have a Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas to you, everybody.
Is the,
Enjoy the-